If you tend toward people pleasing, stop saying, I would be happy to, and practice giving a yes but answer instead of just a full yes. I'll explain. So, as a fellow recovering people pleaser, what I have found in myself is that when I have said something like, sure, I'd be happy to do that, what I really mean deep down, if I'm being honest, is I guess I'm willing to do that. I suppose, right? So I invite you to check in with yourself next time you're about to say, I'd be happy to do that. Of course, sure, right? What do you actually mean? What do you actually feel there? And instead, I think a phrase to swap in that can be more valuable is instead of saying, I would be happy to, try saying, I would like to, or I would love to. And that will force you to pick the bounded aspect of that thing that you actually want to do, that you would actually like to do, right? If you say, I would be happy to do that, that is typically associated, I think, with just giving more of like a blanket yes, like a yes to the whole thing. Whatever you asked for, sure, I'd be happy to do that, right? Whereas if you're saying, what I would like is, that gives you the opportunity to set a more specific boundary, to negotiate a little, right? Like maybe someone says, do you want to go out for dinner with me? And instead of just saying, sure, yeah, I'd be happy to. What if instead you said, yes, I would like to, but I feel like I can only spare 2 hours tonight. Or yes, I would like to, but only if we get Mexican food. I've really been craving that lately. Right? So you're still giving a pretty enthusiastic yes, even though you're adding a but you're negotiating a little there to make it feel even better to you. Right? So one practice here is to imagine that you're trying to figure out what would make you a hell yes, right? Instead of just a okay, I guess. Right? Imagine that you're really requesting this solely for your pleasure, not to please them. And I'm not saying ignore their feelings or their needs, right? But I think the correct order should be start by checking in purely with what you want. Because I think for people pleaser types, what can often happen is instead you start with mind reading. You start with, well, what would they be into? What would make them happy? So instead, you start with, in an ideal world, if I didn't have to worry about their feelings at all, if I didn't have to caretake them at all, if I were purely being hedonistic, selfish, purely worrying about myself, what would I want for dinner? Right? What would I want for dinner? How long would I want to hang out with this person? In my dream world, to make it a hell yes, to make it fully about my pleasure, what would I want? Get clear about that first, and then you can negotiate. Here's what I would love. What would you like? Okay, so I would only like 1 hour. I hear you would like 3 hours. Could we do 2 hours? Right? And then each person can check in. How does that feel to them? So I think you don't have to live the rest of your life this way necessarily, but if you are trying to adjust your people-pleasing tendencies, I think it can be a powerful practice to, for a week or two, say, get in the habit of never just giving a pure yes, always giving a yes if or yes but, right? And get in the habit of practicing just little modifications. How could I make this feel just a little better for me? How could I make this feel a little more easeful for me? How could I make this feel a little easier? Right? And then one other piece here, you might be saying, well, life shouldn't just be about pure pleasure. Life shouldn't just be about you. That's selfish, right? So that's where it's also really important to get clear on your values, your core values, right? And not just your values, well, first for values, let's say, maybe you have a value around personal growth or building resilience. And so if those are some of your core values, then you shouldn't just always choose the thing that is going to be easiest. Always choose the thing that's going to be purely pleasurable, because then you're not growing, then you're not building resilience, right? So then you kind of have to balance, well, what's the thing that would be a hell yes, that would feel really good, but I also want to do hard things sometimes. Make sense? And then another piece here that I think is valuable is just thinking about your goals and your commitments. In Zen Buddhism, there's a thing we call vows, and it's a vow is essentially kind of a deep spiritual commitment that you make for your life's work. So it could be like, I really vow to teach others how to, connect with their feelings more deeply. Or I vow to care for people who are in need. Or I vow to be available when someone needs a shoulder to cry on. Right? And that's totally personal. You get to choose what your vow is. There's no right answer or wrong answer. Right? But that's something to kind of feel into, like what are your values in this lifetime, and what are your core commitments, your core vows. And then when you're making a decision, you can check, well, if this has nothing to do with my vow and I feel like a hell yes, then great, let's do it. But if I don't feel a strong yes, and this would not be breaking one of my vows or values, then I should say no. Right? I should not do this thing. But if it's something that you don't really want to do, but it is important for one of your vows or commitments or values, then you have to think, well, even though I don't really feel like a strong yes right now, it is important to me. So maybe I should, but still, could I negotiate a little? Could I modify it a little so that it feels a little better for me as I go forward to do this thing that's in alignment with my values or commitments? All right. So I invite you right now to spend a little time as this video finishes thinking about what are some ways in your life that you often say yes to things, or sure, I'd be happy to, when you don't really mean that? And how could you modify? How could you negotiate a little to say, well, I'm a no for this part, but I'm a yes for this part. I would be a yes if we could bound it like this, not like this. I wish you a nourishing day.